Shalom Yasha'Allah. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers through the four corners of the earth, teaching this word in truth and sincerity. And this is just going to be a quick Iuic member rebuke lesson. Okay? Now, previously, a couple minutes ago, I heard from my wife and her sister as they were getting something to eat. They ran into an Iuic member. Okay? And it all started by my sister saying he's seen the guy's fringes, which we know Iuic likes to do, wear they fringes on her job site. And she doesn't know the truth, so she inquired of it and said, what is that, a new Christmas attire? And I guess, he said, no, this is our culture as Israelites or whatnot. And he got to explain it. But somehow the topic of other camps came up. And this guy, this Iuic member, he mentioned that particularly he's talking about us a Great Millstone downtown teaching, because he was being distinctive, saying we wear, they, meaning himself, they wear the purple and gold, and we wear different attire, different garments of different colors and of such sort. But anyway, he made a statement. He said that we are whoremongers. Okay, and he also stated that he said we are whoremongers because we deal with different women or whatnot, and he said we're adulterers. Okay, we deal with other men's wife, which now you are bearing false witness. Okay, now I'm gonna do this quick lesson because you need to take this reproof and this rebuke, or Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to destroy you if you do not repent. Okay. But clearly you bear false witness upon the men of Great Millstone, GMS Pittsburgh. And see, it's a small world because you didn't know that you possibly ran into a woman of the man of the Lord, okay? And you thought you were just talking to regular women, but you didn't even know that you were talking to a possible woman of the man of the Lord. So let's get straight into these scriptures, all right? Exodus 20, verse 16, it says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor." I'm going to read that again. Exodus 20 and 16, it says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor." And that's exactly what you did. You bear false witness of me and my brothers at camp, stating that we sleep with other men's wives and that we are whoremongers. Okay, so I want to dive into this whoremonger part, and I want to dive into what is a whoremonger and what is adultery according to the Bible. Okay. Now let's deal with the topic of adultery first. Let's get the law on it. Exodus 20 verse 14, it says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." And adultery, according to the scriptures, is sleeping with another man's wife. Okay? Whether she's betrothed to that man or already given in marriage to him already, or betrothed. Okay? Let's get Proverbs 6 and 32. The scriptures say, "But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. And he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul." So this is what happens if you commit adultery with another man's woman. And especially if you know. Okay? You lack of understanding. So let's get an example of adultery. Right? Let's Deuteronomy 22 verse 21. It says, 22, Salakia. It says, "If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shall thou put away evil from Israel." Okay? Now, why is that woman going to die with that man? It's going to explain it further down. It says, "If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed to a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then shall they bring them both out into the gate of the city." Okay? Now, the first part, 22, if a man found lying with another woman, okay, that's already married to a husband, that's adultery. Okay? Both of them is going to get put to death. Okay? Now, verse 23 says, "If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed to a husband," right, given in marriage to him, "and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out into the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones, that they die. The damsel, why are they going to kill the woman? Because she cried not, being in the city, and the man because he have humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil among you." Okay, so why did that woman get killed in this situation? Because she didn't cry out saying, I have a husband, don't do this to me, I'm already married, I'm already betrothed. Okay, so meaning she indulged in that act as well. Okay, that means she was with that act, that sexual act with that man. Okay, verse 25, it says, but if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and a man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die. Now it's about to explain it. It says, but unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. Why not do nothing to the damsel? There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man riseth against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so this matter. For he had found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried out, and there was none to save her. So the woman cried out. She tried to say, well, I have a husband, don't do this to me. Okay, and there was no one to save her. So she cried out. And now only that man is to be put to death. Okay, not the woman, because she didn't indulge in that situation. Right? And it says, for he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. And if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, right, not given in marriage to a husband, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, right? Not be put to death, because it's not adultery. She wasn't given in marriage to a husband already, and she don't have one. And she shall be his wife, because he humble her, and he may not put her away all his days. So once he get that woman that's not betrothed to a husband, he give her father 50 shekels of silver. That woman now becomes his wife. Okay, that's how it goes. This is the law on if rape was to take place in the scriptures. Okay, you got to get out of a Western mind of thinking on how the Bible is. Okay. This is just what it is, okay? And the scriptures speak for itself. Okay, but that is how you deal with the act of adultery. Okay, Deuteronomy the 22nd chapter. Okay, now let's deal with the whoremonger situation, okay? Because a whoremonger is a person that sells whores, okay? Sells prostitutes, if you will. Okay, you being a pimp. Alright, so let's go into the word monger. It says Old English mandre is merchant, trader, broker, from the Mangian to traffic, trade, from the Proto-Germanic magasin. I don't know how to pronounce that word, Slakia. It says monger, higgler. To the point, it says a dealer, a trade, a slave dealer. Okay, so that's a person that sells. Okay, that's what a monger is. A monger is a person that sells. Okay, so if you're a whoremonger, you sell whores. In this day and age, you would be called a pimp. Okay. Now you just sleeping around with if you sleeping around with other men's women, right? You're an adulterer. You're not a whoremonger. If you're dealing with multiple women, right, that doesn't have any man, you're just dealing with multiple women. That's all. Okay. Because according to the Bible, you can have more than one woman as long as she doesn't belong to another man. Okay, many of our forefathers had wives and concubines. Okay, if I got time, I'll get to that. Or maybe another lesson. All right, so let's deal with that. All right, so this is Ephesians 5, 5 verse 5. It says, "For this ye know that no whoremonger nor unclean person, covetous man who is an idolater, have any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahushua and the Most High." So let's click on that word whoremonger. Let's get this in a Greek. It's pornos, right? And it says, a man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for hire, a male prostitute, a man who indulges in a lawful sexual intercourse, a fornicator. Look, grammar from to sell. Okay, so if you're a whoremonger, you're a pimp. You're selling whores, and wasn't supposed to do that according to how Israel, our culture, how we handle things. We didn't deal with men being pimps. Okay, run around just selling whores. Okay. Now there was harlots, there were whores, but men running around selling them, no, man. Okay, now let's deal with that. Leviticus 19. Do I want to get that one? Leviticus Yeah, Leviticus 19:29, it says, "Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness." So in this situation, right, a mother or a father, if they were to sell their daughter, right, sell their daughter's body, they will be prostituting their daughter, and they will be considered what? Whoremongers. Okay, but the scripture says what? Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. And in that situation, like I said before, if they were to do that, they will be considered whoremongers because they will be selling their daughter. Okay? Now let's go back to monger. It says what? A merchant, a trader, a broker, right? A dealer, a trader, a slave dealer. Okay, so when you go into this word monger, it's a person that sells whores. Okay, that's what a monger is a person that sells. But when you go into whoremonger, right? You sell whores. Okay, and it's plain. It's plain as day. If you can't get it, I don't know what to tell you. But the point still stands is that you just IUIC member, you bear false witness. Okay. Which y'all always like to hold the law. Y'all don't keep the whole law. Okay? You just broke the law by doing this. Exodus 20:16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Okay? You stated that we deal with other men's women, which would be adultery, meaning we would lack understanding as well. Right? And you said we were whoremongers. Okay? Which is just simply not true. Okay? We don't sell women. Okay, we're not pimps. Okay? Now let's I want to get something else real fast, okay? See if I can pull it up. Proving to you that our forefathers, they had wives. Okay? They had multiple wives. And I'm just pull a few out because I'm going to lack of time. It says, and Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of one was Adah and the name of the other Zillah. Okay? So all throughout the scriptures, you would see that men had multiple women. Okay? And there's no law on it that says that men cannot have more than one woman. Okay? There's no law on it. Okay? Deuteronomy 21 verse 15, it says, if a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he have, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. Okay, why? But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he have, for he is the beginning of his strength. The right of the firstborn is his. Okay, but it's telling you in the scriptures is what? Okay, if a man have 2 wives, okay, what to do in that situation if one wife is hated and another is loved? Okay, which is plain. Okay, there's another one that I want to get is I can't think of it at the moment, but it's speaking of when you have more than one woman, that you're supposed to treat them the same and take care of them both equally. Okay?